Welcome to the New York Outlook for Friday, the 15th of March 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, there's a couple of red folder news events in the New York session. The first of which is Empire State Manufacturing Index, and then the next is the preliminary UOM consumer sentiment. Given that where we are in price action, we need negative USD news for both news events to then validate why the Asia low of the day should hold. This will make sense as I go into the chart. So starting off with the 4 hour, what we understand, nothing really has changed from the London outlook, but we're still in an uncertain scenario and we're still reacting to this 4H protein unconfirmed OB. We haven't reached any barriers as yet, and thus there's only reason to trade to the upside. From a daily perspective, there isn't really any consecutive candles to induce a bias for us, so that means we purely focus on the 4H technical analysis narrative, and that only supports trading to the upside. Then, from a 5 minute perspective, what we can see is that the Asia low of the day was created. Neither Frankfurt nor London created a new low of the day, and thus our best bet for trading longs is actually to get the New York news to be negative, in which case we'll have reasons to trade further to the long side, and we can try and position ourselves relative to the low of the day in the extreme, trying to position ourselves once again as into a 1 to 3 position. And if we just try and understand where that may be, so I like to add a 2 pip stop, which would be 13 pips, so in and around there, and then a 1 2 3 at the 70% level of the daily range is likely possible from this level right here. So having said that, I'd probably position myself in and around this area dependent on the news release. So I'll monitor this news release. If it's negative, I'll set the order and then try and get into an entry. And then obviously I'm looking for the 4 p.m. news to also be negative to then further support why longs make sense. However, if we then end up with a positive news release here, then we're essentially in a mixed news release scenario and can't really validate why the Asia low of the day should hold, in which case I'll cancel any trades and close any open positions. Ideally, if it's in a loss, I'll try and set the take profit at break even plus commissions and try and get out that way. Obviously, if the 2:30 p.m. news is positive, then all of our ideas are essentially invalid and we're done trading for the day, and we'll come back to the charts early Monday morning. So that's pretty much the New York outlook. I hope you have a good session, and we'll chat again for the end of day review.